What's going on, guys? Coming back to you guys again with another video. I wanted to do a quick little Q&A video for everybody. I've been getting a lot of questions lately, so I posted a little picture on my Instagram and also let everybody know on Snapchat to send me your Snapchat questions if you had any. So without further ado, let's get to those questions. I'm gonna answer my Snapchat ones first, and the first one's gonna be from Jamel Smiklowski. And she says, "Hey Eric, hope you had a good night. You may have covered this already, but my question is, why did you choose cycling as an exercise method? Could you maybe also explain what it was like when you first started? You piqued my interest regarding the sport, and I'd like to try it out for myself." So the answer to this is pretty simple. I actually was a big runner. Despite what many may think, I actually was a runner for a long time, and actually would do, these massive runs, 13, 14 miles at a time, and found that it was really killing my joints. It was killing my knees, and I just was not able to sustain that long term. And that goes back to a lot of dark times for me, but I actually found that I hopped on my dad's mountain bike one day and was like, wow, this is actually something that I really enjoy and something that I can sustain, and actually something that really doesn't morph into extreme obsessive exercise behaviors like I was used to doing with running. So that's kind of how I found cycling. All right, and the next one's gonna be from Hanan, who says, do you have any advice for what someone should do after they binge, like something that will take their mind off of things and to calm them down? So my advice for something like this is to realize that you're a human. Things like this happen. It's not something that you should constantly beat yourself up over. It's not like this is gonna set you back in any way. You have to realize that at the end of the day, we're worrying about something that's so minor and minuscule in so many different people's lives, and it's food. It's not something that should control you on a daily basis. My advice really is that, and also to realize that it's one day out of your life. One day will not make or break you in the grand scheme of things, so there's really no sense in worrying about it at all. And now we head over to the Instagram. And the first question, will you ever do another 30,000 calorie cheat day? They're unbelievable. Don't you ever feel alone/lonely? Yes, I feel like every human being goes through times like that and feels lonely at times. For me, I gotta be honest, I live alone. Sometimes you do feel lonely. Would you ever want to compete in a powerlifting meet? The answer to that question is yes. I definitely would love to do so in the future. Right now there aren't any meets scheduled around my area, but I definitely will think about it for the future. You get one jar of your favorite peanut butter, and your options are either to eat it all at once or you get a teaspoon each day until it's done. What's your choice? A teaspoon a day? Are you crazy? You ate it all at once. Come on, guys. How often do you have cheat day challenges? I'm gonna do my absolute best to not be sarcastic with most of these. I have cheat day challenges probably, I would say once every few months or once a month. The thing that most people think when they see my videos is that I do them often, and I actually don't. Pathetic as it sounds, I can only really do them when I get a free full day to myself, and honestly right now I don't have a free full day because every single day I'm either at school or at work. Next one, I have a concern. I don't live by a mountain or a cliff, and the roads are always full of cars, very little cycling lanes. What should I do? Bicycle or cross bike. Don't do that. Being that you are becoming more popular on YouTube, do you ever feel pressured and or like you have to do crazy challenges and such? Do it simply for your personal enjoyment. This is a fantastic question. I actually have to really be honest with you guys, and I actually mentioned it in my last video, I do feel a large amount of pressure to constantly do them or just put up videos. It's really not just about eating challenges and stuff like that anymore. I feel like most of you can understand that it does take its toll on you if you do it frequently, and I've done a pretty good job at realizing that that's not going to happen. It's not really realistic to do challenges once a week or every few days on a YouTube channel, or just in general. It's just not good for your health. But yeah, now the pressure just lies in consistently uploading videos, just making sure that my content stays appealing to most of you, which hopefully it does. Could you start attempting PRs like eating most calories in a day, most pounds of food in one meal, along with cycling and lifting PRs? Thought I kind of did that already, but What are ways to control hunger? I'm always hungry. No matter how much I eat, I can always eat more. I'm really hesitant to give out advice like this just because I don't believe in trying to actually manipulate your hunger and control it, if you want to say. I will say that with my large stomach capacity, I've been able to not necessarily control my hunger, but live with my hunger levels and my hunger fullness cues by having a regular intake of vegetables, of fibrous vegetables. I drink a lot of water every day. I'd say about 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons a day, and I'm naturally active. For me, activity actually helps decrease my hunger levels. If I wasn't a cyclist, if I wasn't a guy that lifted weights, I would be constantly hungry. So I feel like cardiovascular activity and just being active in general really helps out with that. Erik, what reason do you have to explain your recent sub explosion? Like, is there a specific video you think caused it or pure luck? Firstly, I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in luck at all. I'm just gonna say that I have absolutely no idea. As many of you may know or probably are aware, I put up my cheat day video, my 30,000 calorie cheat day video around this time actually last year, and it's right around almost 620,000 views I think right now. And that's essentially what got my channel to take off. And I mean, honestly guys, I'm a really small channel compared to these gigantic YouTube channels that have massive amounts of subscribers. I'm like this and they're huge. So I think lately it's just been random. I mean, it happens. I've had days where I've looked on the analytics and I've actually gained like 450 subscribers, and then there's days where I've gained like 100 subscribers. It really just varies. With such massive legs, do you ever plan on doing any bike racing?
But I don't even lift, bro.
This question is yes. I definitely plan on racing in the future. Actually, I have one coming up in a few weeks, and I'm really excited for it. But I really want to say that I don't have massive legs. My legs, they're decent, but they're not massive by any means. If you want massive, check out my boy Robert. Goals right there, guys. Goals. How do you manage working full-time and going to school full-time? Like, what is a typical work week schedule for you? Another great question. Honestly, it's really hard sometimes, and I can't really stress this enough. When you're a college student, you work a full-time job, it's already enough as it is. And I know a lot of people have it much worse than I do. So I try not to sound like a crying schoolgirl right here, but typical schedule for me is Mondays and Wednesdays are my days off from work. On those days I go to class from 11 until 8:30 usually, and it's really hard sometimes to balance that out. A typical work week for me is waking up and going to the shop. Open at 10 and then we close at 7, so that's pretty much every day besides Monday and Wednesday where I go to class. Sundays are my like semi-off days where I can go into work 11 to 5, and that's our shorter days in the shop. But apart from that, it's just really hard to manage everything. And then throwing YouTube and challenges and everything else on top of it just really complicates it sometimes. And I honestly feel like some days I'm just ready to just lose my mind. But I try to do as much as I can to stay sane. Let's just put it that way. How often do you have a quality cheat day? This answer is going to be pretty straightforward.
I don't believe in cheat days.
Now I've stated this multiple times. And I really can't stress this enough. Most of my cheat day videos are me just poking fun at the fitness community. I actually started watching these 10,000 calorie challenges, I would say probably about a year and a half ago. And I thought, wow, I could probably do that, and I could actually probably do like 15,000, maybe even 20,000. And then I did it, and then more people kept doing it. And then, hey, I was like, cool, I'm gonna do more of them and see where I could go with this really. And then I started putting themes to them, and then it kind of divulged into what it is now. So yeah, I don't believe in cheat days. I believe in scheduled refeed days and carb ups, if you want to say. But the whole concept of cheat days and cheat meals is something I can pretty much laugh at. That's it for the Q&A, guys. I got a lot more questions, but I'm gonna save those for future videos. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And also follow me on social media, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Snapchat, Instagram, ErikTheElectric. Everything will be on the sidebar right there. Thanks again for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the next video.